Do I have everybody's attention now?
What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal SpazPhoenix, the YWC Reality Check, and this is my 300 subs celebration video. Now, by the time I hit 300 subs, because it's been a while, I think I'm actually at 310 now, there's been a lot of other things. I've had a lot of other collaborations, I've had a lot of other topical videos that I've done, and the other side of it, because it was actually Preston that asked me the other day, hey man, when are you going to do sort of a 300 subs video? And it was because I was really hoping to think of something really creative to do. Sort of hit a creative block, didn't just want to do what I had done for 100 and 200 and come up here and thank everybody and plug a bunch of people and, you know, just generally make some suggestions. Hey, if you're looking for somebody new to check out, this is somebody you can check out. Really wanted to do something new and different, definitely hit a totally creative block. Put it out there on a video a little while ago, hey, what do you guys want me to do for my 300 subs video? Didn't really get any responses, so I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to thank the people that have helped me along the way. I'm going to tell you guys a bunch of people that I like that you should check out that deserve, some of them, a lot more attention than they get. But here is the twist. Here is where I'm going to add in something a little different as far as the thank yous and shout outs go. Because yeah, I can talk about the people that are great, the people that I've worked with, the people that have plugged me, the people that have helped me along the way with graphics or music or whatever, and I will get to all those people, don't get me wrong. There's one group that I've neglected though. And here's where it gets fun. I don't like cliche phrases. I really don't. I think they get overused, etc., 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 and the ideas behind them get lost in the shuffle, but there's one that I've learned in the YWC, sort of going from 200 to 300, that is very, very appropriate, and that is that haters make you famous. And I'm sorry to all my haters out there. I have neglected you. In the 100 subs video, I neglected you. In the 200 subs vid, I neglected you. So here, first and foremost, I'll get you guys out of the way so I can move on to bigger and better things. I am going to thank the haters that have gotten me to where I am today, that have helped me get to 300, 310, if you will. Honorable mention goes to Corbaz21, who liked to bash the shit out of me when I first started this channel back in 2010, around SummerSlam time. Honorable mention also has to go to Spinnernet, who jumped down my throat basically as soon as I created this channel just because I was a friend of Johnny Thunder's. Big shout out to Johnny Thunder, even though he's not really doing the wrestling thing anymore. He'll pop up and he'll do other videos on other things, and regardless of what he's doing, I suggest you guys check it out. He's a funny, entertaining guy. But let's get on to the actual players of this list, so to speak. First of all, I'd like to address the Juggalos. Yes, I would. I would love to address the Juggalos, the ICP family, if you will. Now, everybody, it's no secret that I don't like ICP. I think their music is shit. I think it stretches the definition of music beyond all reasonable parameters. Really, it's shock value. It's Eminem's retarded third cousins with Halloween face paint on. But I think as far as hating on them, I've only ever really harped on them once in the 2+ years that I've had this channel now. And because of the cult following they have, because of all their friends drinking the fucking Kool-Aid, and no, I'm not being generic. I know there are a few juggalos and juggalettes out there that are actually decent human beings, but they are an endangered species, are they not? The rest of them, the cult members, the brainwashed zombies, the Kool-Aid drinking clan that they are. I put out one video, and it wasn't even that great in my personal opinion. At best, I don't know why you guys watch half my videos. I don't think they're particularly great, even though I love all the support and all the positive reaction that you guys give me. There are a lot better shooters out there than me, and this video that I'm talking about specifically was a very, very off-the-cuff, just want to get a couple thoughts out there rant that I did one night, more or less. It was a couple things that were pissing me off about the WWE, and the very last sort of maybe minute of that video, I mentioned that ICP had done, you know, the Chris Benoit song, basically them, you know, losing notoriety and trying to benefit from the death of a young woman and her young disabled son, which I thought was absolutely deplorable. They obviously decided that they were going to twist it and say that I was backing up a murderer, etc., etc., etc. My opinion of Chris Benoit notwithstanding, I'm not defending what he did. It was absolutely horrendous, but the fact that you want to profit as musicians, as artists, so to speak, from the death of a woman and from the death of her young disabled son and the destruction of that entire family is absolutely deplorable. But I did the bad thing. Because ICP fans, juggalos, etc., the ones that I am talking about, have nothing better to do than to scour the internet for anybody that dare talk against the family. Whatever. So they all came on and they all hated on me. And if you want to see the intelligence of some of the comments that the Juggalo family left on that video, I suggest you go back and do it. It's about 20 videos ago. The title is Spaz's Rant, and it's got the ICP Chris Benoit song sort of in the end of the title. And I'll let their lack of intelligence speak for itself. But here's the thing, you cult motherfuckers. Because of your Kool-Aid drinking mindless zombie attitudes, that one shitty off-the-cuff video is now the most popular video on my channel by a leap and a bound of over 400 views, you psycho no-life fuckers. So thank you. Because after I did that, and after I started getting all the hate, was one of the times where I got a very big boom in subscribers. Pumped me up, got me closer to the 310 that I sit at today. So thank you, Juggalos, for being psycho. Juggalolifes, Juggalosers, Juggatoilets, Wrestling Jesus is right for every single thing he's ever said about you. Next. Oh yes, this is going to be even more fun. The Off the Rope Scam Show. Now, I had no particular beef with OTRS. I was subscribed to them at one point. I didn't think their videos were that great, but every now and then they popped out a half-decent opinion that I could give a chuckle about. Now, I committed two major sins in the eyes of OTRSS. Yes, that's right, the Off the Rope Scam Show. I had no particular desire to get involved with their newsletter, their little email that they're trying to profit off of. Yes, they're spitting out their opinions and expecting people to give a shit and spitting out a newsletter that is so bad that the first one had how many refunds? How many? Hey, Spooge Daddy, Schlag Daddy, whatever the fuck your name is. How many refunds did you have to give out? Tell me. Oh, it must have been a lot, because you're not saying anything. Anyways, I didn't get involved. You know, they're full of themselves. Buddy sounds like Mickey Mouse there. I didn't get involved. I never went after them. Never did anything. All I did, the cardinal sin that I committed, was loving the videos that Wrestling Jesus did on Off the Rope Show. Because I think Wrestling Jesus is a funny fucker, and he was right. He was right. That's it. That's all. I have an opinion, and I get shot the fuck down for it. Between that and me doing a positive video on Kurt Angle shortly after they had done their negative video on Kurt Angle, those are my two major sins, according to OTRS. You know, oh, this guy likes a guy that doesn't like us. He must be shit. This guy has an opinion that doesn't follow us like sheep. He must be the bad guy. And that's fine if you want to dislike me for stupid reasons like that. But the campaign that came after that was absolutely unbelievable. All over Facebook, all over Twitter, all over, you know, whatever other forms of social media you want to imagine, you know, hashtag SpazPhoenix is dead to us, hashtag, you know, you're nobody in the YWC. Well, if I'm nobody in the YWC, why do you bother mentioning me? Oh, yes. Here's the other thing. The ones that really went out there. Before I blocked him, Mr. Rout, leaving me private messages on friggin' Facebook saying, you don't know what we can do to you in the YWC. Really? Really? You guys are gonna pull the internet tough guy bullshit? Really? You're a bunch of fucknuts following Spooge Daddy like the Pied Piper into a pile of shit, and you want me to worry about what you can do to me. That's funny. But here's the thing. You guys spread my name all over the fucking place. You tried to attack me on YouTube. You tried to attack my videos. You tried to attack me on Facebook, which got even more attention. You followed me. You guys had such of a non-life to follow me to other videos that I commented on just so you could spam your comments underneath mine. Wow. For nobody, you spent a lot of time on me, didn't you? Thank you. I do appreciate it. And then there was the horrible, terrible attempt that Mr. Rout put in to burying me. And if that was supposed to be a burial, let me dust the 2 or 3 grains of sand off my shoulder, because that's all you did. You bashed me because my videos are too long. Wow. You bash me because this, that, and the next thing. But here's the thing. For you to know that much about my channel and what I do, either you must have liked me at some point, or you've really, really got no life. Now, the other accusations that came along with that burial, which you won't see anymore because he's chicken as shit and took it down and re-edited the video to exclude the part that was about me, like a bitch. The other accusations that came along with that video, I will not even pay any heed to because they are disgusting. And guys, let's face it, I am an offensive guy from time to time, so when I tell you it's disgusting, you know you can take it to the fucking bank. Oh yes, and the last one, Eon, Ashton, Ashhole, Eon Jizzle, Zima Eon, Pond Scum. Moving on. This is a guy, this is the fat obnoxious fucker that really, really makes my day in the YWC. Really makes me chuckle a lot. The guy that is only relevant at all because he rode the coattails of 3 other fuckers that I have a shit ton of respect for. You have nothing. You are nothing, you boring little shit, and yet you hate me so much. You hate me so much. You hate anybody that does anything creative, because you like to think that you have a great mind for the business, and you may have convinced yourself that you have a great mind for the business, but you, sir, have no heart. Absolutely none. What do you spam on? You don't watch my videos either. You think my videos are horrible, yet at one point you took your time and days to comment and spam down every video that I ever did that was anything remotely creative. You know, Fantasy Royal Rumble, Fantasy SummerSlam, Fantasy WrestleMania, Fantasy Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk booking. All over the place. All over the goddamn place. Because you are not creative. This is the thing. You have this little analytical block that you live in, and you expect everybody to bow down to you because you are a great wrestling mind. The funny part about this, why does this guy hate creativity? Because this guy, get this guy, anybody within the sound of my voice that has ever had to listen to this asshole on a podcast, in a video, in a collab, whatever, this guy thinks he's actually going to be a writer for the WWE. I'm going to give you a full 5 seconds to get your laughter out, because if I laugh any harder at that one, my lungs are going to hurt. He thinks he's going to be a friggin' writer for the WWE, so anybody else that does anything creative gets shit on. Anybody that compliments anybody for doing anything creative gets shit on. This is the guy. This is the guy who rode my friend's coattails to stardom in the YWC, or else he would be nobody. This is the guy that went around to all of our common friends that I have had the good fortune of working with and said, you can't work with SpazPhoenix because you're making yourself look bad. You can't look at SpazPhoenix. He's a cancer and a black cloud in the YWC. You can't work with SpazPhoenix, more or less, because I'm telling you you can't work with SpazPhoenix. Well, it didn't work, did it? Oh, no, it didn't. And here's the thing. You didn't get me a single fucking subscriber on this channel. What you did, dude, without even realizing it, you solidified a lot of great friendships that I have here in the YWC. And you know what? It might sound like a typical nerdy internet thing to say, but I do have a lot of great friends here in the YWC and a lot of people that I have had great fun working with. Look at the collaborations that I've done. Look at the people that I've been able to work with. Friggin' NJ, Angela, Kara, John, Preston, Alex, Johnny Thunder. The list goes on. And that is my privilege. It is my privilege to work with people that are as passionate about wrestling as I am and are not using it as a pedestal to get their own asses kissed like you are. So thank you very, very much, Ash Hole, for solidifying the community that I choose to exist in. Go fuck yourself. And that's it for that. That's it for the haters, and anybody else is just not even worth mentioning. But, I mean, there's a couple of people that you guys should all go check out. Not because I've necessarily had the chance to work with them, but because they are entertaining people in their own right. Some of them haven't made videos in a while, but they're worth mentioning because I really, really hope they do come back soon. Wrestling Jesus has 101 channels. Right now he's at Wrestling Jesus YT. Guy spits the truth, whether you like it or not, and he's a funny fucker to boot. Go check him out. British Fist. NJ and Mr. Parkin, what can I say? They each have their own channels. They collaborate quite well on all the reviews that they do. You know, Terminator NJ is just joined the fold, and it makes their reviews a lot of fun. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Where was I? OrtonStorm, Hannah Banana Bob, the girls from the Black Cat Feline, Kristen and Dee, who we haven't seen a lot of in a long time, but they're a lot of fun to watch as well. They were also doing movie reviews last time I saw them. Nutty Rock Chick, Heather, the one who inadvertently introduced me to a lot of the friends that I have here now in the YWC. First of all, hun, thank you for that. Second of all, go check her out. She hasn't been around in a long time either. I hope she comes back soon. And one of the first friends I ever made in the YWC, Tom, also known as Kid of Wrestling. Go check him out. Again, one of those people that hasn't made a video in a long time, but I hope all these people that have sort of fallen by the wayside in the past little while do come back, because on that selfish fan side of myself, I hope I have more of their videos to watch in the future. Now we get to the people that have really, really, really helped me out in one way or another, and I really, really appreciate it. This list is always going to start with Mark Pearson. Mark Pearson, I don't think knows who I am particularly well, but I hope he knows enough to know that he's the guy that I used to watch that made me want to grab a camera and start doing these videos that I'm doing these days. Great analytical mind, great, very, very honest guy. One of the more popular guys over in the UK. Also, a little side note, it's really, really cool that here in the YWC I have a lot of friends from across the pond. Makes for more diverse conversation, etc., and I think that's always really, really cool. Mark Pearson's the guy that I used to watch, as I said, and when I made my first video that was SummerSlam 2010 review, I believe, which I go back and look at myself now, and I think, wow, I look dull. Wow, I look boring. Wow, I look monotone, etc., etc., etc. But I sent him my first video, and I'm like, dude, I'm a big fan. I like what you do. I've started my own channel. Let me know what you think. And he sent me back a very, very simple message. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was something along the lines of, nice job. You seem like you really know what you're talking about. And for me, and I'm not being a mark for a YWC guy. That's not how I'm trying to come across. But for me, being such a big fan of him, to get supportive words back at the very beginning of this channel was a huge, huge deal for me. So everybody that doesn't know who Mark Pearson is in the YWC, get your head out of your ass and go check him out. Going to the Facebook side of things for a second, Dave Anderson and the WrestleManiacs Facebook group, the guys who help me plaster my videos in every square corner of the Facebook universe. You guys are fantastic. I ridiculously appreciate the support and all that sort of thing. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are great at what you do, and I appreciate the help 110%. Kara, also known as Emo Kitty Cat, one of my more recent friends here in the YWC. I had a string of SmackDown reviews and stuff with her in the past little while. Biggest Jerichoholic you'll ever gonna meet. I've turned her over into Ms.ism as well, which makes for a lot of fun. She's a sweetheart. Does not nearly have the audience that she deserves. She's in the description box below. You go check her out. Preston. Me and Preston have an interesting history, from Spaz versus the Psycho Shooter to collaborations to podcasting to whatever. Preston, you're a hell of a guy. You're on your, I think, third, fourth channel, 619 Apocalypse. You're doing a great job. Preston, as everybody knows, Preston and I don't exactly agree eye to eye on everything, but Preston's one of those guys you can argue with, and he can keep the argument to the wrestling and not get personal like certain other ashholes I could mention. Alex, Dalyxman, one of the most entertaining fuckers you will see here in the YWC. Take my word for it. From his multiple personality characters and all that, to his music and his remixes, to his farces and spoofs of stuff, to his, you know, straight up shoot, hey, this is what I think of stuff type videos. One of the most, like I say, one of the most entertaining, one of the most passionate wrestling fans you will meet. He'll always tell you straight up what he thinks. He will always stand there, stand fast, and defend what he thinks, but he's one of the most respectful people here in the YWC. And the last one is John, VocalAggression, the guy that I have nicknamed the Jim Ross of the YWC, and I've never faltered on that. I don't know what to say. The guy, the guy knows his shit and has a bigger heart than this room. I've had the privilege of working with him. He and I and Preston did the Abraham Washington video about a week ago, We've done various other reviews, this and that. I've had the great pleasure of talking wrestling with him on Skype over the past year or so. He's one of the ones from the YWC that came along to congratulate me on stuff outside of wrestling. I took a night course a little while ago and came back with an A, and he was one of the first YWC members to pop up on Skype. Big capital letters, man. Hey, man, way to go, da-da-da-da-da. Took that extra step to reach outside the realm of wrestling, congratulate me on something personal. That was wonderful. He was also, even though I haven't had a chance to talk to him much recently, he was one of the first ones to congratulate me on 300 subs. This is a guy that plugs me until his voice goes dry. Every video, every topic, everything we've worked on together, or every shoot that he's ever gone into, he's found some way to weave me in or weave my opinion into what he's said, and I don't even know whether that was intentional or just the way the conversation happened to go. Can't say enough how much I appreciate that. Also, John helped me with the creation of what is sort of some of the more popular segments on this channel, and that's Grappler's Grab Bag. We got one out. Grappler's Grab Bag 1 got a tremendous reception despite the fact that I edited it horribly. Grappler's Grab Bag 2 came out, was a huge success. Those two videos are still, I believe, unless things change, two of the most popular videos on my channel. I think they're still in the top 10, along with the video with the Juggalo bullshit in it and my Scene Apocalypse videos. To a point, Scene Apocalypse and Scene Apocalypse 2, two other of my most famous videos on this channel. John was the guy that got on me and knew that I had my issues with John Cena and knew that I had backing for my issues with John Cena and knew that I had to get it out. This is the guy that not only blesses and graces us with his presence in the YWC, this is the guy out there in the YWC that's slowly trying to grow everybody. Can't say enough. Anybody, if you're not subscribed to VocalAggression, you don't have a hair on your head and you're not worth your next breath in the YWC. Putting it out there, my opinion for what it's worth. As for the rest of you, as for the rest of the, I don't know, 250 subs that I don't know on a personal level, doesn't mean I appreciate it any less. 310 subs, like I say, when I started this channel 2 years ago, I would have been happy to be at 100 at this point. You guys have got me 3 times that, plus 10. You guys are all fucking fantastic. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I hope you keep coming along for the ride. And as usual, as it has been for over 200 videos now, I've been Spaz, your YWC reality check. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation, keep this conversation going. Don't be a stranger, and I will talk to each and every last one of you later. But for right now, I am tagging out. Cheers to each and every one of you. Bye.
Get up, come on, get down.